Good afternoon, Cross Timbers. Today is Tuesday, September 30th, 2014. This is Texan TV News from the Tarleton State University campus in Stephenville, Texas. I'm Aimee Nash, and here are today's top stories. In campus news, the Department of Fine Arts is presenting a gallery exhibit by multimedia artist Alex Slota today through October 30th in the Fine Arts Center. According to the Tarleton website, the gallery is open from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on weekdays. On his website, Alex describes himself as an interdisciplinary artist working in photography, sound, video, and installation. He says on his website, alexslota.com, his works reflects an interest in the absurd, the interaction of fantasy and reality, and the meaning of public space. Admission to the exhibit is always free. In regional news from the Stephenville Empire-Tribune, the annual fall banquet for the Cross Timbers chapter of Ducks Unlimited will be held Friday at 6:30 p.m. at City Hall at city limits. The chapter is aiming to raise $40,000. Area Chairman Wes Powell said they usually sell around 200 tickets, and the main goal is to provide a fun and great fundraising event. He said the fundraiser would offer a steak dinner and a live and silent auction. Big auction items will include an Argentina dove hunt, a Ducks Unlimited edition Benelli Montefeltro shotgun, various hunting and fishing trips. The funds raised from the event will benefit Ducks Unlimited conservation projects. Since 1937, Ducks Unlimited has conserved more than 13 million acres in North America. And now today's Texas, national, and international and sports news from the Associated Press. In Texas news, a patient is being held under strict isolation at Texas Health Presbyterian Hospital after showing signs of having the Ebola virus. The Dallas hospital released a statement this morning saying that the patient's symptoms and her recent travel indicated a possible case of Ebola. Hospital spokeswoman Candace White would not answer any questions about the patient or where the patient had visited. The test results from the Centers of Disease Control and Prevention are expected back today. The hospital's Monday statement said that they are following the Centers of Disease Control and Prevention's recommendations to keep patients, doctors, and staff safe. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention reports that 12 other people in the United States have been tested for Ebola since July 27th. These tests have come back negative. Symptoms of Ebola can include muscle pain, fever, bleeding, and vomiting. In national news, Omar J. Gonzalez, who jumped the fence surrounding the White House, made it further inside the building than the Secret Service had publicly acknowledged. Gonzalez was carrying a knife when he was apprehended at the doors of the Green Room, which he had to run through the White House and the East Room to get to. The Secret Service has yet to release what Gonzalez's intentions were. Representative Jason Chaffetz, Republican of Utah, says he's worried that over the last several years, security has gotten worse, not better. His committee's request for a briefing from the Secret Service on the incident was denied. Gonzalez was not been charged for the incident. In international news, counterterrorism police launched early morning raids on Tuesday in homes across several suburbs in the Australian city of Melbourne, where a suspected terrorist was shot dead last week. A joint state and federal police operation supported by surveillance helicopters executed search warrants in the suburbs of Seabrook, Kaliba, Meadow Heights, Broadmeadows, and Flemington. Australian Federal Police and State Victoria Police said in a statement, Australian Broadcasting Corporation reported a man had been handcuffed and taken into custody at Seabrook. Police would not immediately confirm any arrests. Victorian Premier Dennis Napthine said he was briefed by police as the raid started and said that they were part of a long-running and ongoing counter-terrorism operation. They are not about a specific threat. There is certainly no immediate concern for public safety. Napthine told Fairfax Radio in Melbourne, "It's a sad situation that we now face." Police said the raids in Australia's second-largest city were not a response to a threat to public safety or related to last week's shooting. In sports news, the Associated Press reports on Monday the Minnesota Twins fired manager Ron Gardenhire after 13 seasons and a 1,068-1,039 record. Gardenhire was added to the staff in 1991 after joining the organization in 1987. Gardenhire guided the Twins to their first of 6 American League Central Division titles in 2002, which was his first year on the job. Despite his success early on in his career, Gardenhire was released with 1 year left on his contract and 92 losses in each of the last 4 years. Bench bench coach Paul Molitor is considered to be his replacement, but the search will continue to spread outside the organization as well. In other sports news, the Associated Press reports Oakland Raiders head coach Dennis Allen was fired after his 4th game into the 3rd season. The decision was made after the Raiders lost their 10th straight game dating to last season. He was the first head coach hired upon the death of longtime owner Al Davis. An announcement for an interim coach will be made later this week. According to the Weather Channel, today will be partly cloudy with a high of 89 and a low of 68 with south winds between 5 and 10 miles per hour. This has been a production of Texan TV News, a product of the Texan News Service from Tarleton State University campus in Stephenville, Texas. Tune in to Northland Cable Channel 9 on weekdays and 12:30 for each day's top stories, and Wednesdays at 1 for the week's top stories in Spanish. You can follow the Texan News Service on Facebook and Twitter, and check out our website at www.texan.net for all your latest local, state, national, and international news, as well as all of your entertainment and sports updates and the live stream of Texan TV News. Today's broadcast was produced by Tasha King and Kevin Blake. I'm Aimee Nash. Have a wonderful day, Tarleton Texans.